Hey, good morning, Facebook Live. So, back in my car, so that's kind of nice. Not that I dislike driving my daughter's car, but I like my car. Pretty cool day. For my birthday a couple of weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago, almost out of my birthday month, I got this Dunder Mifflin Employee of the Month. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that up on my rear view mirror right now. What's up, Ronald? How are you? Back out of my driveway and answer question 20. Question 20, that's kind of exciting. That means I've been consistent enough to answer 20 questions over this year. I had intentions of going to business once a week, if you remember the start of the new year, and then COVID hit and totally changed that plan because half the businesses I was going to go to weren't open or didn't want me in there without a mask. So that's okay. I can make it. I already be packing up. And the short answer to this is anything that's cluttery. The longer answer is really anything that's cluttery. So if you're not sorry, lost the internet for a minute. If you're not using it every day, get it out of the house. There's no reason to have it in the home if you're not using it every day. It's just visual clutter, and that distracts a buyer from looking at the home and imagining the house with their things because they're too busy looking at your things. So that's thought number one. Specifically, another good thing to do is to literally get rid of a third of your kids' or grandkids' toys. The reason being, number one, clutter. Number two, easier to clean up. So if you've only got, say 100 toys to pick up versus 300, gonna be a lot easier to work with. So I highly recommend that to make your life easier. And then there's one of the most common questions I get is, what about our family pictures? We've heard we shouldn't have family photos up. And the short answer is a few family photos, in my opinion, are good. Especially in this area, we're very family oriented. People want to see family and feel that a family can enjoy living in this home and do well in this home and create family memories. That's very important in this culture, in most cultures. But so a few family photos, great. The conversation that's the tough one to have is if you've got like the wall or the hallway of photos. Those, they've got to go. And all the holes associated with those have got to go, because people know that underneath all those photos is a bunch of nail holes that they've got to fill. It's a distraction. We know you love your family. We might even love your family too. We don't want to see every photo from their very first kindergarten all the way up through high school, their Eagle Scout, their Girl Scout, their military, their wedding, their first child being born, their 10th child being born. We don't want to see that on the walls. It's a distraction. So anyways, I highly recommend removing all but a couple of the family photos. If you have very strong sports memorabilia, tone it down a little bit. I'm not saying don't champion your team, don't support your team, rock it, have fun. But you also need to realize that if you are, say, a BYU fan and we're showing the home to a Utah Utes fan, there's a bit of a rivalry there, and it can absolutely taint a showing. I've watched it happen. I can't say for sure that I've seen somebody not buy a house because of that, but it definitely, they're like, oh, well, I mean, what are these people going to be like? Because they have an opinion of their rivals in sports. So sometimes being overly displaying of those things can be a problem. So that's a little bit. Another thing that should be put away. Sorry about that. Got a call. Another thing that should be put away and decluttered is if you have anything super valuable, you're probably wise to not have those super valuable things on display anymore. No reason to tempt fate with that, even though we don't have a huge problem in this area. No reason to cause someone to be eyeballing your stuff or have it even on display in the photos, because those are on the internet, and some very clever criminals have cased a home based on internet photos. So don't have your valuables. Don't take a picture of don't let your agent take a picture of the gosh. Sorry, got another call. Don't let an agent take a picture of a gun safe if you've got it, or if the guns are on display, put them away. Put a Nerf gun in its place. Be silly about it. Those are a couple of the things that you should do. But by all means, if you're not using something, get it out of the house now. Rent a storage unit. Less visual clutter means that the buyer can look at the home, look at and imagine themselves there, versus imagining having to look past your stuff to see their home. So a little bit of market stats as promised, because as we know, I'm a stat nerd. Let me pull it out of the clip here. Got it. And so there's been 8 new listings that range from 75 to 325, and there's been 15 under contracts that range from 68 to 375, and 9 solds ranging from 40 to 259. So just a healthy, balanced market right now. We listed 9, sold 9, put 15 under contract. We're still in a declining inventory. Every week it seems to be going down by just a couple, but no big deal. We'll work out those details. I think it'll catch up with itself in the fall once the snow flies. I can definitely sense a little bit of a slowdown just based on the number of internet inquiries. Based on the number of internet inquiries and calls we've been getting. What's up, Josie? Good morning. So that's kind of it for the day, but definitely declutter, remove stuff you're not using. It makes the house show better. Less stuff to clean around, less stuff to clean up, especially if you take 2/3 of the kids' toys out of the house, have them pick their favorite ones and put the rest away. It's like Christmas when they get them back out. They're like, oh my gosh, I love this toy. How do I know? We've done this many times. I've had clients do this many times. So it's a good technique to keep the house cleaner. The market's strong. If you're looking to buy or sell, give us a shout. We'd love to be a part of that process with you. Happy Monday. Have a great week, guys.